Hi all, me again, the Sports Addict. As promised with my predictions for the Premier League games this weekend. Obviously we've had the 2-week break because of the internationals. Thankfully that's all over and we're back to proper football once again. So let's start off with my boys Liverpool away at Crystal Palace. Traditionally never the best hunting ground for us. It will be a difficult game. It's as big a game for them as it is for us, if not bigger for them. They are fighting for their Premier League lives. But I do think my team are going to win. It's going to be difficult. There's only one player really I worry about on their team. If he plays, he makes them tick, and that's Wilfried Zaha. Terrific talent, really good player. But we've got Mo Salah. We've got Sadio Mane, we've got Roberto Firmino. Come on, got to win it. So I've got us 3-1 in that one, and if we win it, we create a 10-point gap on Chelsea in the race for the Champions League, which is vital at this stage of the season. Then we've got, in the 3 o'clock games, we've got Brighton against Leicester. I've got a draw in that one. I've got 1-1. I think Brighton have done really well this season. I think they've only need one more win and they're pretty much safe. So that's a really good job by Chris Hughton and his team there. Got a lot of time for Chris Hughton, so really pleased to see him doing well. Jamie Vardy will be on a bit of a high after scoring for England in midweek, but I've got a draw in that one. Then you got Man United at home to Swansea. Interesting game. Swansea have really improved under Carlos, I think it's Carlos Carvalhal, his name is. Done really well, and I think this is a test for United, especially this is their first game since that Champions League embarrassment nightmare at the hands of Seville. But I think United will win, unfortunately. I think it'll be 2-1 off Matic's or someone's shin in the last minute, as they do. So I think United will win there. Then we've got 2 relegation 6-pointers in the truest sense of the word. I mean, these really are big games for them boys at the bottom of the table. You've got Newcastle against Huddersfield, and you've got West Ham at home to Southampton. Huge games. I've picked the home team in both games. I just feel Newcastle are going to have that little bit much for Huddersfield. I think are really struggling of late. Newcastle will win that 2-1. Rafa and his nous, I think we'll see them through that game. And then West Ham, Southampton. What can you say about West Ham? Wow. I've got a lot of time for the Hammers. I was brought up literally a stone's throw from the ground. You're probably wondering how I became a Liverpool fan. One of those things. Over 45 years I've been a Liverpool fan now, man and boy. But if I wasn't a Liverpool fan, I would have been a West Ham fan. Always had a soft spot for them, so I really hope that they survive. The result in this one is probably said more of my head than my heart than it is my head, because this is a 50-50 battle. Southampton will have a little bit more impetus. Now they've got a new boss with Mark Hughes, but I think West Ham will win. I've got them 2-1. The fans have got to stick together after the ridiculous scenes in the last game at the London Stadium. They have to get behind their side and stay with them no matter what. Even if they go a goal down or whatever, stick with the side, and hopefully that'll drive them on. Then there is Everton. Sorry, no, I almost missed that one. There's another one. West Brom against Burnley. This is my shocker of the weekend. I fancy West Brom for some reason. Just got a hunch. They've got to come out of this slump at some point. I fancy them to beat Burnley. Burnley have had a great season. I just got a feeling they're going to win. Yet another 2-1. I think I picked about 4 or 5 2-1s this week for whatever reason. So yeah, West Brom's win that one. Then you've got Everton at home to Manchester City. City for me. They haven't got the greatest record at Goodison Park in recent years, but this team is on another level. Ridiculous. Too strong. Everton are horrible to watch. City, 3-1. Then you've got Arsenal at home to Stoke City. Arsenal, I don't know what to say about them, to be honest with you. Stoke City, they're one of my favourites for the drop. They're going to have a struggle. They're right there. I don't know if they're going to make it. I fancy Arsenal to win this one at a breeze. 3-0 for me, for Arsenal, even though they've been probably the most annoying side to watch this season. They give me plenty of laughs, but they are an annoying side. God knows what it's like for their supporters. And then you've got the game of the weekend for the neutral, Chelsea versus Spurs. A lot of rivalry between these two sides. No love lost. There's been some big battles over the years. I can't pick a winner. I'm going 2-2. I think it'll be another action-packed. There's going to be some studs left in there. There's going to be some tackles flying. But there's also a lot of quality on both sides. And I think even though Spurs are about Harry Kane, they've got a lot of quality still. I think they will get a result there. They're good enough to get the win, but I'm going to go for the draw. So that's it. That's all my predictions from this week. The last time out, when it was FA Cup quarterfinals week, and I think there was only 4 Premier League games, I was 4-4. It's not bad. 50%. That's a minimum requirement for me each week when it comes to predictions. So hopefully I'll go better this week. So have a great sporting weekend in whatever you watch or whatever you play. Enjoy, and I will speak to you again on the other side. I'll probably have a little review of the big fight and probably Premier League weekend on Sunday or Monday. So look out for that one. And then I'm also going to do a Champions League preview on Monday or Tuesday night. Get some of the nerves out of my system before we face City in that blockbuster on Wednesday night at Anfield. And that's it from me. So have a great weekend, and I will speak to you all soon. Thanks.